Good afternoon, traders, and welcome to another edition of Awesomecallstrading.com. I am your host. My name is Coach AJ. That's my new term now. I am Coach AJ. All right. And I'm not a mentor. All right. I'm just, I'm one of the guys that just has a feel for the market. All right. I'm one of the great mods in here, along, you all know, the Great Fire, Janny, Darkside, B Trades, Raphael, Palmer, Dave the trader, and up and comers like Ollie trade in here and Mark Sky. I mean, we got a whole abundance of just amazing people in here. And I'm part of the room. I do the morning, show in the morning. I do the morning pre-market. I do the preparing. All the mods have their stuff that they like to play. There's no noise in our room. You only see the one guy on speaker. That's me during the morning flow up till 9 o'clock Pacific time. And then the Great Fire will take over the mic for an hour. And then an hour later, Dark Side takes over with Jenny on it as well. And then I come back around 11. I mean, it's a well-run room until we get to close. We go over earnings before the close. And today, we were 95%. And the way I know that is after the morning session, before I start doing my tweets, I take a poll in the room of some of the toughest critics in my room because it's important I listen to them because I value their opinion, and they give me a percentage. They don't hold things. They don't baby me. They call it what it is. And today they gave me a 95% thumbs up. So I was really proud of the calls I made today. I did a lot of research. I was up at 3:45 in the morning, and I traded CCXI, RWLK, Pivotal, Soli, Ambarella, Roku, Chrome, Apple, Tesla, Boeing, and Beyond, and IFRX. I'm going to go over I'm going to start with just one of the basic, simple 101 day trades that we do in here called Apple. I don't trade Apple as often as some of you in here or outside of the rooms, but when I see Apple gapping up considerable, it's one of the trades I like to take because I know Apple very, very well. I traded it before for many years. And what I do on Apple is start moving up after hours on Tim Cook's comments about how all these issues with DOG and SEC and so forth, and how he equates his company. He made some really positive comments to a nice interview, and the stock actually gapped up considerably. Now, one thing you have to know about Apple is when it gaps up, and I'm kind of show you something. You see how Apple trades in millions and millions of shares. Okay, you see how it trades. Well, whenever you move up, you tend to move up on thin, and thin is like 900 shares, 4,000 shares. It's all retail. 200 shares, 2,000 shares. This is all retail. Retail is moving it up. Okay, so it's not like smart money buying the stock. This is just retail chasers because they think, oh, well, those comments are going to push the stock up. So what I do is I come in there and I just simply look, and I notice right here at 183.65, it's gapped up 2.3 points. I know Apple, so I made a call that the stock would probably pop at the open to 185. Now, here's the key. My main thing is to short the stock. I am short-sided 100% on this stock. Now, traders in here can play the long side. That's fine. But for me as a trader, as a day trader, I want to nail the backside of the stock. So I want to gap fill it. So what I did is I came over here and I felt, well, I like this 181 area where they started buying it up yesterday. You see that here? So I like that area. So I'm going to call the stock to go down to 181 today. I'm going to pop it at the open to 185, and then I'm going to short it for 4 points. So this way, my traders, if they miss the trade, they can still make money on the downside. Okay, so I go to my notes. I take Apple. I simply put the stock is going to pop to 185, scale in short, and the stock's going to come down to 181. Clearly, you can see I was right. I missed it by 1 cent, and it came down to 181, and it hit 181.14. So combined, you can see right here, it hit 181.14. So it was a very, very, very good quality call for the chat room. Next trade, what we did was Cron. Ali himself did this trade this morning, took it twice, made over $400. He was done in 20 minutes. This kind of a nice upgrade from Bank of America. We consider B of A in this great chat room a tier 1 analyst. All the traders in the room know what that means and the impact B of A has on stocks. As you can see, it was gapping up. It had an increased price target of 20. B of A went from underperform to buy. Now, in the worlds of analyst calls, that is huge. Underperform to buy. So as a day trader, what we do is we come in here, and what I do is I look, I analyze the stock, and I tell myself, okay, I'm going to anticipate now. I'm writing my notes about this time right here, as you can see, right, where the stock is sitting around $15.60. So I'm telling the traders this is going to pop through 16 at the open. When it does, scale in short, the stock should come down to about $15 and under. I wanted 14.75. I figured it would gap fill a little bit better right around here. As you can see, this 15 right here and this 14.70. So I figured right here would be a great gap fill, bottom curl, go long for the day. However, the market did hold up today, and so that caused it to not come down as much as I wanted. However, it was a great short. It hit 1670. If you had a 1650 average or 1630, you scored a nice 1-point trade on serious size. So that was a nice one. Next trade that we did today was Ambarella. Ambarella was an amazing short call by all the mods in the room, including myself. And what we wanted to do on Ambarella is one thing because you're not in this room, you're not privy to trading earnings. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to be real honest with you. It's a real shame that you're in another room that you can't trade this stock. Because you're watching this webinar and you're thinking, God, that's such a beautiful trade. 4 points to downside. I could have took 500 shares, made $2,000. You could have, but you're not in the room yet. This is for the people that come in the room, pay $6.75 a day, and they're getting proper guidance, proper trading, all right, proper teaching. Why would Ambarella come down? Well, after the coach, me, I read the report every morning. I read all the earnings reports when I put a stock in play. I dissect it, I read the numbers, and I make a decision. Today's decision was that Ambarella was a little bit up too high and it would sell off. So I called Ambarella right here. It had a big upside, but I want to let my traders know that the guidance was only raised 4 to 5 million. So, and I really wrote to them, it's not huge. I want them to understand that because I'm teaching them how to read earnings. What that means in a nutshell is the stock is up too much. So I told traders, watch for a pop towards 44. I want you to short the stock. I never said long the stock. I want you to short the stock and take it down to 40 and under. Now, we did bounce it a couple times successfully. I did. And then I think I pretty much flat, and I did an afternoon trade. It made me a few bucks. But the main key thing here was to take the 44 and just take it to 40. Why? Because after reading the report, I felt that Ambarella would sell off. So now we put the game into action in the chat room. And here we go. Ding, 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 ding. As you can clearly see, pop at the open. There's the pop at the open. It hit 376. I missed it by 24 cents. And now here comes the 40 pull. And there's the 40 pull. And you cover and you're done for the day. 200 shares, 800 bucks. 300 shares, 1,200 bucks. 500 shares, $2,000. Done for the day. Proper guidance, proper understanding, a great stock to trade, everything handed to you. Okay, that was Ambarella. Please note too, none of this is done after the fact. Traders are watching me live type each item before the bell even opens. So I'm predicting the moves way before the bell even opens. If I tell you Roku's going to pop to 99 at the open and the stock's sitting at 97, go long. Because I know shorts are going to get squeezed and it's going to pop to 99. You don't believe me? I'll just throw up a Roku, even though it's not one of our charts today. And there you go. Pop at the open, 99, 100. Janny comes in, shorts it. Bam, have a nice day. So, and you could have just went long and played it. You didn't have to short it. Just go long here at 97 because I said to go to 99. Make 2 points, 200 shares, 400 bucks, done for the day. Next trade. I mean, it's simple. And we're marking up our charts while you're right. And Richard, one of the great traders in the room, just said, while you're writing, the reason why I do this, and Richard's a great trader in here, what he's trying to tell you this now is that why I'm writing these, they're charting these. I got a lot of technical traders in here, a lot of great traders in here, seasoned pros, new traders, and when they got them on screen and they're charting each one. So they're putting pivotal areas and lines across. If he hits here, that's what he's looking for. If he hits here, we go here. And I give a lot of nice ranges so that way you know the stock's going to head a certain direction and they're charting it out. Me, I already see the play. All right, I already see the play. Here's a play for you, CCXI. Now I want you to understand this one. All right, first of all right, IFRX got hit today, horrible, down $33 a share, and it's actually sitting at $3 right now. I mean, just horrific. They had a phase 2B that didn't meet primary endpoint. I think it's a little bit overdone. I think the stock will come back to 4 or 5. I still very strongly about it. I even have 6 on here. I think it's just a little bit overdone. However, today it sold off excessively and it's sitting at 3. Okay, I may take some before the close and just overnight and look for maybe a 4 pop. However, I'm not too worried about IFRX because what I did is I came and I saw CCXI dropping and it was down significant, 35%. And I asked myself, why is this down? I did the research. I determined it was down because IFRX was down. Well, one thing you got to know about trading and companies and understanding the market, you can't punish a stock that had nothing to do with something else or somebody else's company. All right? You can't, yeah, will the stock get hurt a little bit? I'll justify that. But you can't drop at 50% market cap. They didn't do anything wrong. What if they're learning from the other people? Oh, well, you did that wrong. We're not doing that. We're changing. We're doing it this way. You see my point? Think about it. All right? It's like a trader, 2 traders. One guy's short, one guy's long. Well, he's got an opinion and he messed up, but the other guy's making money, right? Because he's on the right side of it. He understands it. Well, CCXI did not do anything wrong this morning. They just got caught up in the IFRX crap. So it's not their fault. So I know this. That's why I get paid the $6 a day, the big bucks, to teach you this. So I made this a #1 pick. Why? Because I wanted everyone to get paid. I simply wanted them to take the long at 750 this morning. And the stock would go to 90.75 and then fade. That's the trade. I'm not telling you go to 10, 11, or 12, or any other bullshit. I'm telling you, go long at 750. If it dips to 650, don't get scared. Don't get shaken out. Just add to your position. The stock will top at 975 and then fade. Okay? So now you go to the chart, go up here. I gave you everything how to trade the stock. I go now CCXI, and voila. Here's the gap down, as you can see, from the previous day. Here's the long, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5, 7.5. Now the topping. Ready? Ding, 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 ding. Oh, what is that? Look at that topping. What did it hit? 975. Done for the day. Have a nice day. 500 shares, $1,000. 300 shares, $600. 400 shares, $800. Bam, sold off. Welcome to Awesome Calls Trading. Next one, RWLK. Now, everybody's going to do walk in the woods, selfies, charts, DVDs, all this other crap, you know. But at the end of the day, we had this thing done, signed, sealed, and delivered. I want you to look at RWLK. Okay, just look at a 1-year chart. Look at this. This is a pathetic. I love the company. Don't get me wrong. I love the company, but they're cash broke. They're cash poor. They need cash. Okay. All right. They are very innovative. At one point when they IPO'd, it was a hot thing. I played it back 3-4 years ago when I was running the room. It's a great company, but the problem is it's sometimes it's ahead of its technology. They spend a lot of money on R&D. I mean, it's just they need money. You're not going to believe this, and unless you check with any of the people in the room. But when this was moving up here, right there, I laughed at it. And do you know what I put? I told everyone, short the stock, short the stock, short the stock. Don't do anything else. Short the stock. And the reason is because they're so cash poor, they need the money. Okay, Hondo? Okay, so I'm going to take some. Thank you. I'm just going to overnight some. I'll build a position now. I'll just risk about, I don't know, 50 cents. I don't know what they're going to give me. I'm going to wait. Volume came in. It's 299 and 3 right now. It's 301, so I want to wait. Let me know, Hondo, when it says under 3 again, okay? I'm ready to click it. If I click it now, I'll get 302, 303. All right. So anyway, I'm trying to buy some IFRX overnight below 3. Okay, so that's what I'm trying to do. But I'm doing the webinar, so traders are letting me know. Anyway, so this one, and as soon as I wrote it, I want you to see, it was our number 2 pick, and I wrote, this will pull back, and they will do an offering. There's no question. And then I wrote, this company has been beaten down for years. They need cash. Be careful on your longs. Plus, there's a ton of bag holders. Once this snaps 10, it's gone. You see what happened? If you look at the timeline, I wrote this, and then pre-market, look what happened. The minute I was done finishing the note and starting on CCXI, look what happened. Look at the timeline. See it? And it just pulled. It was done. Why? Because they did a 1.5 million on warrants to an individual they got at 7.5. Now you could have bounced it. Beautiful, which some people did. I did. This was an absolutely stunning play. You could have took size and just been banked. This was beautiful. And then it topped off, now selling off some more. Why? Because it's an offering. They need their cash. They're cash broke. So there's no need to do all these channels and all these VWAPs and EMAs and try to sell you DVDs and why you're so great. You just have to know the stock. The stock told me everything. And RWLK was going to sell off today, and it did. It was a great short if you could find shorts today. Okay, so there's that one. And let me do, I gave you Cron, Pivotal. I'll give you Soli. You see how Soli worked? Soli was a great call today. Soli had no news, basically today. And it was gapping up, as you can see on Soli, right here. I'll give you the one day, right here. Hold on, 1 day, 1 minute. You see the gap up? It closed right here yesterday, around 18.95, and then it gapped up for whatever reason to 20. Well, whenever I see Soli gap up like that, I know what's in play, and I enjoy playing it. So what I did today is I made the decision that Soli would probably pop at the open towards 20, and I told everyone, go ahead and short the stock. Just short the stock to $17 to $18, and that's pretty much where the stock will settle. You don't believe me? It was written down here at least 30 minutes before the opening bell, Soli right here. I think the stock will simply gap fill to 17, 18 from 20. So you make some quick money. If it pulls at the open quickly to 17, 18, obviously go long, and then pop it back to 20 and then fade it back. At the end of the day, it's still going to be a $17, $18 stock. And that was Soli. So if you look, ding, 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 ding. There's the pop at open per my notes. And there's the sell-off to 17, 18. Here's 18, and there's 17. And there you go. You're done for the day. Pretty fun. So, we did Apple, Cron, AMBA, CCXI, RWLK, Soli, and what did I say Beyond would do? I'm just kind of curious. I had Beyond on our list too. I had Boeing, Beyond, Beyond I had 100. Yeah, let's do Beyond. Beyond was gapping up 3, and I felt the stock would pop around to 106. It would sell off to 100 and then curl and go long. That was the call today. Pretty simple. I know Beyond like the back of my hand. I love playing it. You know, if it's up 2 or 3 points, I love it. I just felt if it popped, it would go to 100. It would initially probably pull to 102 and then pop a little bit because I can play those, but in the end, it's going to come down to the 100 and under. And so if you go to Beyond in the room, at the opening, ding, 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 ding. I wanted everyone to short the stock, and it hit 105.50 and sold off to, see, there's the 102 I originally wanted here, and then I popped it a little bit, and then I sold off, and there's my $100 I wanted right there. go cross board 100 and long stop. Pretty simple play. And that is today's recap webinar for June 5th, 2019. It was a really great morning session in the room. I'm AJ. I'm going to go over earnings now and then prepare the room for tomorrow. Thank you for joining us. If you want to be a part of our great room, $6.75 a day as a monthly. And if you come in for a day, we'll credit you back once you come as a subscriber. All you got to do is go to the top, anything at Act, click, and you're in the room. We'll see you tomorrow. So thank you for joining us today. I'm glad you enjoyed this great webinar.